Hello everybody, welcome JK&M Railroad. Wanted to do a video for you today on how I assemble track on the railroad. I got my joiners, I got my machine screws, my lock nuts.
What else?
I have my 1964 Pilot Point drill bit, Phillips number 2 screw gun, in a screw gun. Then I have a grinder with a cutting wheel, and a pair of pliers. So what I'm doing right now is right now I'm working on this curve section. And when you do curves, you always have to cut the overhang on the inner rail off, because if not, it's gonna throw all your sections out of whack. And the next thing you know, you're gonna have a 20 to 25 inch gap in between where you should only have 10 to 12 inches. Now that's what I've been told, so that's what I'm going by. I try not to go over 12 inches. But on the curves, you always cut down the inner rail so your curve will actually make it the right degree that you want it to. So I already got this marked for the top of that. So what I need to do is just move this section over. Take the grinder here with the cutting wheel. I need to readjust the handle on it.
Let me get my safety glasses.
Get this thing threaded. I use the handle because it helps keep more tension support on the grinder, especially that I'm going through a piece of aluminum that is, as you can tell, I mean, it's actually loose by standards. So what I usually do is I stand up, put my foot on the one side, cut on the other, so I have pressure and it stays and it doesn't jump. This thing's really fighting me. Oh. It's not the best of cuts, but it'll do. Now we're going to bring this section over here. And I need to readjust the other end. Need to readjust that so they can kind of come together. And I got a beautiful fit. Bring those two together. They have just a little bit of space in between them, which is what I like. I don't like a big gap, but I don't like them too close together either, because come cold, it'll contract, and in the heat, it expands. So got to leave a little bit of room for that. And always remember, when you're laying your ties as well, leave your screws a little loose. Not really loose, but see how it's kind of got that little wiggle? You want that, because as that rail contracts and expands, if those are like really solid tight and that rail has nowhere to go, you're going to find kinks come spring. And thank goodness I haven't had any on mine, but it can happen. Just moments, a slip of momentary lapse of reason or something. All right, now what I need to do is take a joiner, put it on here, find the halfway point. Take my pencil, mark out my holes. Now, as you notice on the outer rail here, there's already 2 holes pre-drilled. That was from before. So all I'll have to do is line these holes up on the joiner and mark the ones out on this piece and drill them, and everything will connect beautifully. So let me go ahead. Remember, this is a 1964 Pilot Point bit. It's what was recommended to me, so I'm going to recommend it to everybody. It does work. It's a beautiful drill. Definitely a beautiful there's one hole. I mean, it goes through it beautifully. Now, this one is a little tricky. I like to start down here because of where I put my hand. Now this one, and the good thing is about the bit, besides my drill chuck screwing up, it just drills through it like it's nothing. They are a little on the high side. I think I think they were anywhere from $13 to $17 a piece. Definitely worth it though. I have 2, and this is my original, so they actually last a while. On the other side, drill out these holes. Excuse me the sniffles. It's kind of getting cold here in northern Michigan. Beautiful day though. We had rain this morning, but
that didn't stop us.
Nope. We got out and we got some things done. So, which I will show another video later on.
Ooh, stay tuned for part 2.
Yes.
Can we hold on to anything?
No, sir.
Oh, hello, girls.
This is an old drill. All right, now that I got all the drills all the holes drilled out. Sorry, I was laughing at the chickens. They wanted to come out and see what I'm doing today. All right, now what I do is I put the inner joiner on, and then I'll come and put the outer joiner on, get them as close as possible. Now, you want the nut to the outside.
Why?
Because the flange on the wheel for the locomotive or for the car, for the trucks, basically, will catch on this nut. It might not seem like it, but they can catch on this nut. That's why you want your lock nuts to the outside at all times. That's what was told to me. So, or taught to me, excuse me, it's what was taught to me. So I definitely take everything to heart from the person who taught me, because I know he's very good at what he does. And I just get these finger tight until they lock. I don't do anything special right away. I just get everything connected as much as possible. Oops. There we go. Now, if you ever have to take a joiner apart, it's not that hard. You just remove your ties, because there's going to be a tie here for me, and a tie here, and then a tie here, and a tie here. Because these things, the joiners, they lock into place. I mean, that's what they do. They help keep things locked in. Well, sometimes if you can't get it apart when you're taking a section off, try to take a flathead screwdriver, get in there, or some kind of flathead or poke type of tool with like a pointy head. You get it in there and it'll pop out. But once you get these lock nuts on there and get the joiners tight enough, I mean, it keeps it nice and locked in. I use my handy dandy right angle screw gun and just a normal pair of pliers, adjustable pliers. I hold on to the nut with the pliers. I think that's on high speed. Oh no, that was on low. I forgot how fast this thing was. Now I do the ends first, and then come back and I go back and forth, because that way I can actually see this joiner being sucked in from both sides. Now, you do have to watch, because if the joiner sticks out too far, if you put it in on an angle, you're going to have to take it out and redo it, because if this joiner sticks out too far, it will derail you. Now to the other side. And that is how you put together sections of track. Then you just add your ties, like this one right here will come over here. And I like having the ties, kind of close with, maybe a 1 inch gap here, maybe not, maybe a 1/2 inch gap at each of these, because I want to make sure that is fully supported. You don't want to just rely on the the joiners. You know, that's why the ties are there as well. So, like these ties right here, this one would come over here. This one would come right here. And then this one will go right there. And you see how I have them spaced out. So yeah, about an inch spaced out apart. This one will come over this way more. But that way you're not putting all the pressure on those joiners. You know, you got the ties there and then you got the ballast up underneath it. So by the time everything's leveled out and everything, it's good to go. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment. Thank you to all my subscribers. I'm up over 260 now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very, very much. I'm still working on the railroad. I have more videos coming out. These last few days have been amazing, and I still have a few more that we are just busting butt on the railroad. And I'm so thrilled. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Join me for the next video. Have a good day.